What is up, guys? My name's Simian. My name is Yen. I play The Sims. Did you see what I did there? First and foremost, I want to thank you guys for all the love you've been supporting me on my channel, and I really do appreciate it. I also want to get into what today's video topic is going to be about. We are going to talk very briefly about The Sims Mobile, and then the rest of the video is going to be concerns about Project Rene and why I feel like the community is having a lot of backlash. In the meantime, The Sims 4 has been promoting their new Chef Hustle Stuff Pack, in which I am doing a giveaway for. Do not forget that I am doing a giveaway where there'll be 2 winners for the new Chef Hustle Stuff Pack. All you have to be doing is following my Twitter and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It is available for PC, Mac, and console, and then the giveaway winners will be announced on both platforms on September 29th, which is next week. And good luck to everyone who's entered. Now, with all the backlash going on with The Sims Mobile, including the class action lawsuit that has a lot of people talking over on the Sims community, especially on Twitter, many people are wondering what the state of EA is actually in. No one has said anything. None of the Sim gurus who are responsible for The Sims Mobile have spoken up, including Sim Guru Pedro, who's facing a lot of backlash over on Twitter, considering he did end up DMing a user over on Twitter, in which that went viral with over 100,000 views. Many simmers are still talking about it as of right now. Now, someone by the name of Smiley Face actually ended up tweeting saying, "I didn't expect EA community manager EA Cade to post something and have an update for us, but he did and said, 'Hey all, sorry for the delay in the information here. As evidenced by the new alert at the top of this page over at EA Help, at this time we believe that we do not require you to contact us in order for us to restore the missing items to your accounts. If that changes, I'll let you know ASAP. The Sims Mobile team is working on this as we speak, and I hope to have more information to share soon.'" Now again, this is all backlash from when this photo initially leaked right after Behind the Sims Summit, where you can see the microtransactions have gotten crazier. And with these microtransactions has gotten crazier, many people have taken to Twitter to announce their concerns regarding Project Rene, because Project Rene is said to be cross-compatible alongside PC, Mac, and mobile, and not only that, but also console as well. Project Rene was actually introduced over 11 months ago when the first Behind the Sims Summit had taken place, and since then many simmers have been stating their opinions. Now, with the constant updates that we have been receiving with each Behind the Sims Summit, more and more information comes out and more people are starting to have a lot of opinions, including my own, and which we're going to get into. Now, I would love to know your thoughts and opinions towards the comments, and of course please keep it respectful, because you're allowed to disagree, but also keep it respectful. But before we start, I did want to let you guys listen to this.
And with Project Rene, we want to do things from the start that The Sims hasn't ever done, and try to do familiar things in a new way. So Project Rene will be a new way to play The Sims.
Now, with them saying new ways to play The Sims, many simmers are believing that this just might not be another version of The Sims. This might actually be its own thing, such as its own entity when it comes down to branding. Take a listen at one more clip.
What must we preserve to make this still a Sims game? And what can we do in this game that we couldn't do before? Sims 4 are going to continue to exist side by side. We plan to support both at the same time, and we're going to continue to bring even more exciting content to The Sims 4 for the foreseeable future.
Now, this actually concerned me 110% when they said that they were going to coexist side by side, because yes, as much as we all love The Sims, I do feel like they're already struggling to keep up with mainly PC, Mac, and console, and let alone Sims Mobile is having their own set of issues. Could you imagine if on the side they have this whole set of other issues that are involving Project Rene, and how much time it'll actually take for everything to get fixed? Now again, I could be reaching, but this is how I genuinely feel. Another speculation I also have is that what would happen with the Sim Gurus, and would there be designated Sim Gurus speaking for Project Rene? Now, we do know Sim Gurus have their own set of controversies when they go out and tweet, or will they end up not even bothering with that, considering all the backlash they could possibly face? We've seen multiple times where community managers, Sim Gurus have tried to, settle down a conflict that's been going on around Twitter, and it resulted in more backlash. I also feel like The Sims 4 is already on such a very low engine, so I'm curious to see what The Sims 5 will be running on, considering even Lindsay Pearson herself stated in a video where they have one of the oldest engines and still able to manage to run The Sims 4 in it. Although she found that incredible, I found that kind of disrespectful, because why are you using that? Why are you continuously using such a very old engine when you know for a fact that The Sims 4 can barely handle it, let alone what's going to happen with The Sims 5? Will they continue trying to use minimal resources in hopes to gain more money for the company? I would love to know your thoughts and opinions, and we are going to watch another clip that has me very concerned with the state of Project Rene.
Project Rene, we want to make it easier to work together and share. You can choose to play or create by yourself or with your close friends. It's entirely your choice. No matter who you may want to play with, we want you to be able to play wherever you want. So this is demonstrating an early technology test of how you can play this game across supported devices of your choosing.
Now, personally for me, I've seen a lot of mixed reviews when it comes down to multiplayer. Some people love it, some people don't. Me personally, when it comes down to The Sims, I would personally like to play alone, but that's why there would be an option. But the reason I'm even bringing this up is because more people feel that there will be a lot of technical challenges. Running multiplayer would require a lot of technical servers and networking, and we all know that The Sims 4 already has a hard time with technical challenges with performance issues, lag, and connection problems. And I also feel like the game pacing is just a bigger thing too, with The Sims games typically being at a leisured pace, with players often pausing or speeding up time to manage their Sims lives. How is multiplayer going to interact with this? I want to take a look at one more clip.
Closed invites and small public tests to large-scale early access options. And yes, when Project Rene is ready, it will be available to download for free.
Now, with inflation going off the roof and the DLCs just keep piling on with over 1,000 plus US dollars, many Simmers are taking to Twitter to say how much is going to be too much. And with some people already stating that this is just way too much, many Simmers are feeling like, no, we want more DLC. Listen to this clip.
In The Sims 4, the only way to experience any weather was if you purchase seasons, right? Now in Project Rene, we might introduce basic weather to the core game for free for everybody. And then a pack for purchase might be focused on winter sports and could include activities like ice dancing or a snowman building competition. So building this way means that down the line, we could use wind or rain or clouds for other pack themes as well. Now, it's a little early to know exactly where we'll draw the lines, but it's important for us to lower those barriers to play and give everyone the broadest shared systems, because that feels like the best foundation to grow from.
Now, I would have been in support of this if they would have done everything right with The Sims 4, but there's a lot of missed opportunities in The Sims 4 that are still causing issues today. One pack in particular is Growing Together. We all know that infants in particular were actually brought on base game, but everything else that you need for infants is actually behind a paywall with Growing Together. Another pack I would like to mention is Cats and Dogs. Now, there's a whole argument over in the Sims community on whether or not Cats and Dogs should have been base game or a DLC, but the fact of the matter is they came out with this pack and then literally shortly after came out with another pack that is literally identical for Cats and Dogs. It just kind of looked like repeated leftovers. Again, this is where the microtransactions started at its finest. Now, many Simmers do have questions about the Sims rebrand and what exactly they're going for, and I believe in this article when they stated that the Sims 4, ever since it became free, has gained over 70 million users. I feel like the Sims team will use this to their complete advantage, with many users joining in on the Sims and exactly their merchandise. We will get a taste of exactly how money hungry are they, because if they're charging $80 for a hoodie, I'm gonna have to step back because that's just completely ridiculous. I would love to get into some Simmers tweets and concerns, so let's get into that. And one user stated by the name of Neoma said, LOL, sorry for being pessimistic, but this is also how Sims 5 Project Rene will work. Same monetization system. I'm deeply concerned for Sims franchise futures. Sims 4 may be last Sims game I'm playing. I don't want to encourage a crash grabby system unless unworthy content for a higher price. And referring back to the Sims Mobile, someone else by the name of Z saying Sims 5 being free to play basically gives EA an upper hand. You know how people are, like Sims 4 was $60 at launch and it was empty? That wouldn't matter this time around because it's free, allowing them to practically do anything they want and won't be at fault for anything. I do feel like the Sims team knows this, but I would love to know your thoughts and opinions. And with the last tweet saying, I hope The Sims 3 continues to be sold, as it's the last true Sims game in my opinion. The Sims 4 isn't terrible, but it's nowhere near as detailed as The Sims 3. Project Rene is going in a new direction that's far from what The Sims was originally supposed to be. And I completely agree. And with The Sims 3 being one of the biggest, most popular game in the franchise, many Simmers just can't help but to compare the two. Now, I would love to know your thoughts and opinions on how you think that Project Rene and The Sims 3 will most likely be in the same category as far as how they're promoting Project Rene. Now, I did look over on the Google and said, so everything on the Sims 3 store costs approximately $74,486, and for the DLC in the game itself, the total is $439. So grand total, you're looking at over $75,000 to own the collection of everything. Now, Now, of course, the Sims store is separate from the Sims DLCs, which the Sims DLCs actually total to around $400. So again, I do feel like with Project Rene insisting that there just might be a store involved and where other creators can add their own work. And I think what they did with Curseforge is actually introduce this idea to everyone and CC creators to get an idea of, okay, let's see how many people actually decide to join on Curseforge. Maybe we can actually see what goes hand in hand and what we can actually get away with and what we can't, and let's talk about it. Would love to know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments. And with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up because it truly does help out my channel. And whether you're a silent viewer, you comment on my videos, or you share my videos in some sort of way or form, you have still supported me, and for that I thank you. Again, I love giving back to you guys because you guys pour so much love into me, and I truly do appreciate the community that we have built here on this channel where we can literally just talk all things Sims. And that's what I wanted. I wanted just to build a community where we could just sit here and talk Sims, and again, whether or not people agree or disagree, we can be able to keep it respectful. With all that being said, I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye.